Look at this. It's the Switzerland of your imagination. Peaceful, serene, a land of chocolate, watches, and aggressive neutrality. It looks like the perfect place to retire, a quiet wooden chalet sitting on the edge of a forest line. But look closer. The windows, they don't reflect the sun quite right. That's because they aren't windows. They are painted concrete. And this isn't a house. It is a fully stocked military bunker designed to incinerate anyone who walks up that valley. Welcome to the real Switzerland. We are told that Switzerland is safe because it is neutral, but the truth is, Switzerland is safe because it spent the last century turning its entire geography into one massive, fatal trap.
The paradox. To understand why a peaceful nation would hide heavy artillery inside a fake living room, you have to understand the Swiss paranoia. Geographically, Switzerland is a nightmare. It is landlocked. Historically, it has been surrounded by empires that love to go to war. We think of neutrality as sitting on the sidelines, passive, weak even. But the Swiss doctrine is different. It's called armed neutrality. The logic is simple. You don't need to be able to win a war against a superpower like Nazi Germany or the Soviet Union. You just need to make the cost of invading you higher than the benefit of conquering you. You need to become a porcupine. The National Redoubt. 1940. Hitler has conquered France. Switzerland is now completely encircled by the Axis powers. An invasion seems inevitable. General Henri Guisan makes a terrifying decision. He realizes he cannot defend the borders. So he orders the Redoubt National, the National Redoubt. The plan was brutal. If the Nazis invaded, the Swiss army would abandon the cities. They would leave the civilians in the lowlands to the occupation and retreat into the high Alps. They would pull the ladder up behind them. They would turn the Alps into an impregnable fortress that could hold out for years. And to do that, they started digging. Camouflage and deception. This brings us back to the architecture of deception. As you drive through Switzerland today, you are passing military assets without even knowing it. You see a barn. The army sees a ventilation shaft for an underground command center. You see a highway, specifically the A1 motorway. But notice the long, straight stretch, the barriers in the middle that are easily removable? That's not just a road, it's an emergency airstrip. During the Cold War, the Swiss Air Force trained to operate entirely out of hidden mountain hangars using the public roads as runways. And the mountains themselves, some of those rocks are plastic. There are documented photos of rocks that swing open to reveal anti-tank guns covering mountain passes. The level of detail is obsessive. They hired theater set designers to paint the concrete so it would age like real wood. Scorched Earth. But hiding guns is one thing. What the Swiss did to their infrastructure is, frankly, terrifying. For decades, almost every major entry point into Switzerland, tunnels, bridges, railways, was rigged to explode. Not metaphorically, literally. The strategy was Scorched Earth. If an enemy tank division tried to cross the Rhine, click, the bridge falls into the river. If they tried to use the Gotthard Tunnel, collapse it. Think about that. For 50 years, Swiss citizens drove to work over bridges packed with TNT. They took trains through tunnels designed to crush them if the order was given. There is a famous story of a German delegation visiting Switzerland during the Cold War. They asked a Swiss officer, "You have 1 million men. What happens if we invade with 2 million?" The Swiss officer smiled and said, "Then each of my men will shoot twice." Inside the hollow mountain.
But the craziest part isn't the traps, it's what is inside the rock. The hollow mountain isn't an exaggeration. There are an estimated 8,000 to 20,000 bunkers and fortresses in Switzerland. Entire hydroelectric plants operate inside granite caverns. There are hospitals with thousands of beds that have never seen a patient. Underground bakeries, libraries, command centers, and of course, the gold. Beneath the massif of the Alps lie the vaults where billions in global assets are stored. Digital data centers for the world's elite are now replacing the ammo dumps. They traded gunpowder for Bitcoin, but the security remains the same: kilometers of solid rock. The cost of silence. Today, the Swiss military has declassified many of these sites. You can even buy an old bunker and turn it into a hotel or a cheese cellar. The dynamite has been removed from the bridges, mostly, but the mindset remains. Switzerland is beautiful, yes, but that beauty is a mask. Beneath the wildflowers and the snowy peaks lies a machine built for war. They proved that true neutrality isn't about having no enemies. It's about being so dangerous that your enemies decide to leave you alone. If you want to uncover more secrets buried beneath the surface, make sure to subscribe to Hidden Helvetia. I'll see you in the next tunnel.